everyone. Here we are again today for another episode of our podcast, and I would like to continue the series of cold dishes that are perfect for summertime. This time we are going to Piedmont, where they make one dish called Vitello Tonnato, which is technically veal with a tuna sauce. I know it sounds weird, but I can swear that it's amazing. So basically, you cook a whole part of veal in water and some vegetables, carrots, onions, whatever. You have to give it a little bit of extra flavor. Then when it's cooked, you let it cool down in that liquid. At this point, there are two ways to do the tuna sauce. The easy, quick one is to use mayonnaise. So you blend tuna packed in oil because it's much more flavorful with capers and anchovies. You blend everything together with a few spoons of the cooking liquid, and then you add the mayonnaise at the very end. You do not want to blend the mayonnaise. It will break down, become liquid, and there's no way you can solidify it again. Then there's the more traditional one, the one that they used initially, which is to have hard-boiled eggs, and you blend the tuna with the hard-boiled yolks, capers, anchovies, and then some of the cooking liquid. That way it's more flavorful, in my opinion. You actually taste all of the components without having the covering flavor of mayonnaise. You slice the veal super thin. Better would be to have a slicer at home. This is not always the case, so you have to have a very, very sharp knife and slice the meat at the thinnest you can do. Then you spread the tuna sauce on it and refrigerate at least a couple hours so that all of the flavors combine. You can cover it with plastic wrap so that the sauce doesn't dry out, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Now, given the cost of veal here, and even in Italy for that matter, and the fact that I have never seen whole pieces of veal like I would see of beef or pork, what I do, I normally use pork loin because it's not super flavorful. It's still tender, but it's not as expensive or as hard to find as veal. And then one day I tried an experiment. I was in a rush. There was no way I had the time to cook the pork loin. So I had some sliced roast beef in the fridge, and I tried making this dish with the roast beef. I have to say it was surprisingly good. Was it the original recipe? Heck no. But it was absolutely a very good final result. So you can pick and play if you can't get the actual meat, and give it a try. Don't be intimidated by the idea that meat and tuna can sound kind of weird, just give it a try and you will not be disappointed. You can cook the meat during the evening when it's colder, or during the morning when it's colder, and let it cool down, and then it will keep in the fridge for a couple days, 3 days. Just enjoy it during a hot summer day. I have to study one thing. I read during my researches that originally they actually roasted the meat with the tuna and the vegetables in the oven. I have to figure out, so don't quote me on that. See ya next time for another episode. Ciao!